Labour Party campaign DG Doyin Okupe sacked. The Director General of Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, Doyin Okupe, has been expelled from the party over alleged misappropriation of funds. The party's chapter in Ogun State dismissed Doyin Okupe and 10 others over alleged non-financial membership status, high-handedness and financial recklessness. The state chairman of the party, Michael Ashade, who announced this in Abeokuta on Thursday, said that the offenses allegedly committed breached the LP's constitution. Ashade, flanked by the National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, Abayomi, and State Secretary, Feisola Michael, said Okupe ceased to be the party's member after his failure to meet the mandatory constitutional requirements to fulfill membership status. He disclosed that Okupe has not paid his party membership dues for 6 months since joining the party. Ashade said Okupe and 10 others have run afoul of the LP constitution and thereby ceased to be party members. And therefore, in line with their Article 19, subsection 3 of the Labour Party constitutional provision, it said, we declare that Doyin Okupe, having failed in the payment of his membership dues for the last 6 months of joining the party, has forfeited his membership of the party and no longer fit and competent to continue to act as DG of the Presidential Campaign Council. Yeah, I think the problem is not that he really, we thought it was about financial misappropriation of funds and the rest, but it's for not paying dues. And I wonder how this will go down with P2B, being that this guy is his DG, Director General of his presidential campaign. I don't know how that will go down with him, because I think they both joined the party together or so. I think, P2B just joined the party. He's a new man, even though he's the presidential flag bearer. He's a new person in the party, and maybe he joined the same time. That's what I'm feeling. He joined the same time with Doyin Okupe. And why wouldn't he pay his dues or whatever is required by the membership dues and the rest? I don't know why. Is this politics in play? And now that we are almost approaching, is it a way of trying to bring bad market to Labour Party? Let me see if I can see some reactions. Okay. According to Tunde Raji, he said they have infiltrated Labour Party. And another person, Fabian Wallace, said, you observe the truth. They are paid agents to destabilize Labour Party. Then let's see another one. Another one says, Labour Party, a presidential candidate is South. Party chairman is South. DG, South. Is this the party that want to control center? So somebody is talking about nepotism, and somebody has replied him. He said, you are talking about nepotism. Buhari is a northern Fulani. Why did Obi choose same Fulani as his running mate? Let's get to another story. A human rights lawyer and activist, Barrister Malcolm Omirobo, has berated President Muhammadu Buhari's administration over the detention of leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Omirobo accused the government of engaging in selective justice, discrimination, suppression, repression, oppression, and subjugation by detaining Kanu, a Biafran nation agitator, while the same government has allowed a confirmed terrorist leader, Bello Turgi, to live and operate freely in the country. In a tweet with photos of Turgi and Kanu placed side by side, Omirobo said, while Buhari Turgi have confirmed terrorist is walking free, Nnamdi Kanu, a mere agitator, is behind bars in chains. This is the height of selective justice, discrimination, suppression, repression, oppression, and subjugation. Kanu has been in custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) since June 2021 after he was kidnapped in Kenya and returned to Nigeria for the continuation of whatever they say. They say trial, babas. They say they are trying for terrorism, felony, otuawunezi. And meanwhile, Turgi, a terrorist leader who has been declared wanted by Nigerian security agencies, have been operating in Zamfara State and its adjoining states and even attending functions. Can you imagine? Meanwhile, despite the ruling of a 3-man panel of judges of appeal courts which discharged the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice AGF Abubakar Malami has insisted that Kanu would remain in detention. Can you imagine that? In a country where they say things works, a terrorist leader is walking free. They said he's even attending functions. Yes, he can travel anywhere, he can go to anywhere, and he can still return to his terrorism. Meanwhile, somebody who is just, oh, I want my freedom, I want to be free. This country is not treating us well. This country is not fair to us. We want to be free. And the person is held in GSS custody. And imagine the way they brings him to court. You would think Nigeria is like going for a war. All of the forces donate men at the Federal High Court, Abuja. You will see the way they gather DSS, stern-looking policemen, stern-looking soldiers, and the rest of them. They gather there as if, this is the greatest criminal. Just because Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court. But this is terrorist leader, Turgi. He's walking free. They said he's even attending functions. Soludo's comment on P2B is still generating reactions. The World Igbo Congress has condemned the acts of the governor of Anambra State, Professor Soludo, describing it as a betrayal to the Igbos at home and in diaspora. The group also berated other governors in the southeast states, claiming that they were adopting deceitful measures and political manipulation ahead of the election. WIC lamented over the attitude of Igbo political leaders who they allege have become instruments of destruction by those who do not wish to see the Igbo given the due honor and pride of place in the Nigerian experiment. The group's public relations officer, Honorable Basil Onukwe, shared his concern over the political atmosphere in the country on Thursday via a statement. He opined that instability in Igbo land is the reason the leadership space is being held by gullible and self-serving individuals. Onukwe said, now it has become clear to Ndi Igbo that Governor Soludo has jettisoned his mission of solving Anambra issues for a mission to rubbish the people he campaigned to serve. The diaspora Igbo who rooted and worked for his 2021 election to become the governor of Anambra State feel betrayed by his senseless attempts to deliver the Igbos to their adversary on a platter. Diaspora Igbos who saw the emergence of Governor Soludo as a blessing for Ndi Igbo nation, especially at this time when oneness of purpose is desired across a southeastern states lines, they now see it otherwise. The overzealousness of Igbo governance to impress the Nigerian political caliphates in Abuja has destroyed Igbo political class. This dereliction of duty has caused a serious leadership vacuum in Igbo land where the politicians have become emasculated by the same political contraption prescribing service to a horse race at the detriment of Igbo people. This furious act from Governor Soludo to wreak havoc against his kinsmen is what Governor Uzodimma of Imo State did to Honorable Emegihedioha, accusing him of rejecting the release of Nnamdi Kanu while as a sitting governor, as all he's doing is flaring nerves against his political opponents. This Soludo won't tire me, it tire everybody. And it's so sad that none of the southeastern governors is even supporting OP. And I don't think after OP, any Igbo man can be president if OP did not become president now. because this is our greatest chance. This is the greatest time we have, the closest we have come after Ekweme and the rest of them. This is the closest. And our people are the major people fighting these guys who are almost close. A Yoruba man said, the greatest undoings of Ndi Igbo, the greatest setback they will have in this 2023 presidential election is themselves, them working against Peter Obi. Because Peter Obi has numerous bulk followers from other ethnicities. Why is it that his major opposition is in Igbo land? All the Igbo governors, Ipazu, Umahi from Ebonyi, Ohopu Zodimma, Ugwanyo, Enugu. Then his own state, Anambra governor, is fighting him. What sort of Igbos do we have? Tomorrow, can you imagine tomorrow, Soludo will come out and say he wants to contest. God forbid bad thing. And I wonder those that will want to vote him or any of these people. Not just the governors. Igbos in political class, top highly placed Igbos, fighting. I can't understand. Maybe it should be them, not Peter Obi. I can't understand. Maybe they are the ripe ones. What do you think? This is so bad. This is so bad. And whatever you do today, Jonathan's wife will say it will ask you tomorrow. Yes. If Peter Obi fails, all of you have failed. You can never rule Nigeria. Because you are placing a curse on yourself. Peter Obi would have broken the curse, but you people are placing curses on yourself. And so shall it be. This is where we round up.